Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to Mama Squeak. Mama Squeak, Mama Squeak. She's all confused because first she was in her cage, and then I had her on my lap while I was doing a sound check, and now she's up in the air. So she's very confused, but she is used to that. She's used to confusion, and being in my household means a lot of confusion. Because I'm always picking them up and carrying them around, so they never know where they're going to be. They get a lot of roaming time, which is good. So now I'm going to put her back in her cage so that she can either go back to sleep or whatever she'll do as a little hamster. There you go. I do not have the parts and pieces yet for full putting all the hamsters into the bins. I'm still working on getting stuff together for conversions. I'm not going to have a lot of toys for them at first, but it'll be good that they'll at least have space, so thumbs up on that. I did get from the post office a big container of shavings, wood shavings, aspen. That's all backwards. I am so sorry about that. I meant to say I have a whole lot of aspen wood shavings that some kind commenter, I can't remember the, Potatotron, I believe was the username, and I am so sorry if I got that wrong, but I need to turn on my fan. I need to have moving air. If the air is stagnant, I just feel sick. It's not a good feeling at all. My skin feels nasty, my lungs don't feel good, so I always, even in the middle of winter, have a box fan on somewhere, or a little fan something, so that the air is moving, or I just feel terrible. I can't remember what I was talking about before. I am so sorry. I was probably something to do with hamsters, the little Mama Squeak, because I had her on. The bin cages, yes. As soon as I can fully get these things, well, at least halfway configured around, they're going into the bins. It should be just the next day or so, hopefully. Hopefully I've got the stuff in my house to get it done. So, very, very soon. Thank you so much, little guys. I've put them inside of the bin cages. I've put them, so that they run around inside, so they can get used to the greater size, and so they like them. It's a good thing. Definitely. They're big. They take up a lot of space, but that's okay. Definitely a good thing. They need space. And with the lids on them, and the way that you can make holes with wire meshing on them, you can even pop the lids on top, and then carefully, so that you don't block air holes, stack them. So that's good too. You have to be careful. You don't want to have like a cage lunch and have them all come tumbling down. I've accidentally had hamster cages go tumbling down, so it's not a good thing. I've had our dogs knock our hamster cages over, because we did have hamsters at one point while my wife was alive. They didn't do well in that other house we had, the house that I and my wife were buying when she was alive. Hamsters generally died of old age in a year, and that's fast. Hamsters generally live between a year and 2 years, and lately my little guys here have been living quite a long time. Even, well, not my rescues, those ones I took them in knowing that they were sick and didn't have long. It's like with little Harold that I've got in, I'm kind of hoping he's going to be okay. His eyelids, they're like closing on the edges, and I don't know what that deal is, so. But all the ones that I've grown from scratch they're really, really good, and they've lived a long time, and they're continuing to live a long time and be super, super healthy. You've seen Mama Squeak right there. She is the mother of at least Little Squeak Jr., and she's Little Squeak Jr. because Mama Squeak used to be Little Squeak, but that was not English. She got her name changed when she became pregnant and had babies. Then she became Mama Squeak. But she was a squeak because she squeaked and clicked when she breathed. She was the runt of the litter. So she grew up to be a very healthy little hamster, as you saw, and she's had good babies. So that was a good thing. So definitely a thumbs up. Yeah, so I'm going to get those bin things done, and then that's going to be good. And then things will be better. Right now, this room in here is it's a mess, and I need to really work on getting it cleaned up. But part of it is I keep falling asleep in here. And, well, everywhere. when I get to falling asleep, whenever I slow down, I fall asleep. Not a whole lot I can do. There is a medication, and hopefully if I get back into the healthcare system, I'll be able to get back onto a medication called modafinil. Modafinil is something that's used for people that have trouble staying awake during the daytime, whether it's because you work shift work or you just don't sleep well and you have trouble staying awake. There's this modafinil. You're just awake. You're not speeding, you're not doing anything, you're not going, oh my gosh, now to go get this done. It's just you're not falling asleep now. You're awake. I liked being on that med. I didn't fall asleep all the time. So I'm hoping to get back on it. I am trying to get stuff done early today. In fact, I forgot to say this. It is 6:50 a.m. on Friday, the 17th of November, 2017. And at 2:30 today, I have a Veterans Administration appointment. Now, whenever I go on an appointment like this, my housemates, because they know I fall asleep all the time, they don't want me to drive off the road falling asleep. So they're driving me. Today is her second day off, and so they are going to drive me to my VA appointment. We're leaving early so that we can hit a couple other stores. Like we're going to hit a little food place. We're going to go to some of the pet stores because they have 2 dwarf hamsters and they have 3 guinea pigs. So it's a good thing. Now they're little dwarf hamsters. One of them they had bought as a pair. It was a 2 male pair, but they were separated in separate little cage things when they brought them home. The little hamster travel things, cardboard cages. And when they got home, they tried putting them back together again, and they started fussing and fighting. And so they had to get a separate cage to separate the 2. We're not quite sure what happened, but just being separated apparently was enough that they didn't want to go back together again. Which is weird for dwarves because they're more colony type hamsters. But in time, one of them got really sick and died. Now, the one that's still alive now has got a little cyst on his side. It's in the fur area, so it's not underneath the abdominal wall. So it's not killing him right now. That's the big difference. If the hamsters get a cyst or tumor or any problem inside the abdominal wall, that's it. They're going to die. Because those cysts and tumors, they get bigger and bigger, and there's no room inside for the place their organs to go as the tumor gets bigger. And that eventually kills them. So when they have an inside the abdominal wall cyst/tumor, they're going to die. Unless you can get them enough THC. THC helps hamsters. I've given THC ointment to my sick hamsters, and I have saved their lives. Now, though, if it's on the outside of the abdominal wall, they can be okay. Even with huge cysts and huge tumors, they can live with that because as it grows, it stretches their fur out, but they grow more skin to accommodate that. And so if it's on the outside, they can get a huge cyst and still be okay. He's got an outside the abdominal wall cyst. So he's going to do as okay as he can until it gets to be too big and too much. But they also picked up another little dwarf, and she is just an absolute cute little ping pong ball, just an absolute little cutie. Now I like Syrians. The difference, of course, Syrians are big and slow and derpy, and I was going to grab Mama Squeak again, but she's down inside of her little nest in her cage, and she's looking happy, so I'm not going to bother her. She's a sweetheart. But we're going to be leaving early today, which means I started the vlog really early, and then I've got to quickly get a reaction done, and then hopefully get a game done. I was hoping to get a game video done last night, but before I could, I just started falling asleep again. And so I didn't get anything done. I went to bed early, 10:30 last night, because I woke up hurting myself in my chair again. My knees were killing me yesterday because I kept falling asleep in this chair. So yay. Speaking of comfort and such like that, I'm really worried for my future. There are basically, well, I guess there are 4 positions you can sleep in. You can sleep on your stomach, your back, either side. So there's the 4 positions you can sleep on. I can't sleep on my back because of my back injuries. If I sleep on my back, my legs quickly go numb, my neck and upper back really start to ache, and within 10 minutes, I need help getting up because I can't move on my own without excruciating agony. So on my back is out. I can't sleep on my right side because my spine has bent side to side enough that if I try to lie down on my right, it's like a plate. When you're putting pressure in the middle of the plate on top of a mattress or the floor, as you try to make the plate press flat, you're going to break the plate. It's not going to bend and go flat. It's just going to hurt the plate. That's my right side, so I can't sleep on my right side, so I got my left side or my stomach. My neck is in such bad shape that if I can't even turn it any further than this, and even for short periods of time. If I had to sleep on my stomach, I wouldn't be able to move my head so that I'd be able to breathe. So I've got one position I can sleep in, my left side. If anything ever happens to me where for whatever reason I cannot sleep on my left side, say I break a hip, or my leg, or my arm, shoulder, something horrible happens where I can't sleep on my left side, I don't have a side I can sleep on. So it's really a scary thing to think about, my future that way. Because it's a serious thing. I mean, I'd no longer be able to sleep in a bed anymore. I would have to start sleeping in like a recliner. And I can't sleep in a recliner because I used to sleep in my recliner back when I lived in my brother-in-law's garage. And I figured at the end, if I got something behind my neck and I pushed back far enough in the recliner, I could actually sleep in it for short periods of time without breaking my neck from hanging forward like this, which happens when I fall asleep in here. Oh, my neck is killing me even now, just leaning forward like that. Ow, ow, ow. So, yeah, a lot of fun that way. Well, if you remember, if you type in the phrase, dentures are fun, because boy, trust me, dentures are so much fun, then you will be in the drawing for the game. What the hell is the game? Oh yes, Killing Floor 2. So thumbs up on that. This upcoming Sunday, only 2 days from now, tomorrow then Sunday, we're going to generate a random number, count through everybody who has put their name into the list. Whoever we land on, that's who wins the key for Killing Floor 2. And then I will either announce the next Steam key we're going to give on the next giveaway, or the day after like I did on this one. We'll find out. I also have to come up with a semi-intelligent phrase that pays, so it's not something stupid like dentures are fun. Am I still centered here? I'm not, am I? Oh my god, my neuroses. How could I have moved off to the side? No wonder it's been nagging at me. Neuroses and neurotic are not real actual terms used in healthcare professions anymore. They've been out of favor for decades, but even though they're outdated, they seem to fit. If you look up neuroses or neurotic, anxious, flighty, all these things, is like, oh, that's me. I've got the attention span of a coked out butterfly. I used to be able to concentrate hard on things. My alcoholism damaged my brain enough that I can't concentrate for large periods of time. And then add my fibro fog on top of that, I can barely concentrate long enough to do a vlog. So, thumbs up. Yeah, I define myself as having the attention span of a coked out butterfly, and that's the way it feels. Well, what I'm going to do, because I have not done it yet, and I'd opened up the page, but I didn't open up as many as I wanted to. I like to go through and thank 20 to 25 people from the last 24 hours of comments. So I'm opening up 24 hours worth of comments, and now, because I've started playing Asu, I have to say, I have a lot more comments and a lot more pages to open up than I usually do. It had fallen down to 1 or 2 pages, and then that was every comment. Now I have quite a few. Thank you, everybody. There we go, 24 hours worth of comments opened up. I'm going to thank 20 to 25 people. It's not a random, it is just a sampling like that because I lose track while I'm counting. And so, if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're terrible at names, but I do my best. So first off, we have Sigurd. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Chris Stewart, thank you very, very much. Hex Knives, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Arnolda Z, well, thank you very much for the comment. Well, it sure isn't Dale. Thank you very much for the comment. I'm coming to like to see your name in there. Thank you. Now, I'm not reading the comments now. I am just thanking you for having left a comment. Whether it's a good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment, it doesn't matter. Thank you for having left a comment. After I do the video, I'm going to read all the comments, thumbs up every comment I read, answer as many as I can. But the only way I can go through and thank everybody the way I do is to just thank you for having left a comment without actually taking a look at the comment. So thank you all very, very much. And Majorowski, I sure hope. Thank you very, very much. Luca Bazooka. Thank you very much. That's a nice name. I like that, especially the way it was spelled. Christian Manning, thank you very, very much. And Flying Biscuit, I like your guys' usernames a lot. Thank you so much. And Mateus Bulcher, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Conspo Lopez, thank you. Greatly, greatly appreciated. I know I overuse the word appreciated. I need another word, but I don't have one yet. And Grog the Dog, heck of a name. Thank you very, very much. Dennis Naz, greatly appreciated. And then there is Shirelia, thank you very, very much. Mila Supat, thank you. I sure hope I'm close on the names. All I can do is be as close as I possibly can. 120 Blue Star, thank you very, very much. And Arius, thank you, greatly appreciated. The Midget 72, how about that? Thank you very, very much. And Hi Bye, thank you, greatly appreciated. Jason R, thank you very, very much. And Meyer, thank you, greatly appreciated. M-I-R-E. Deji Blazer, I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. Mao 5, thank you, greatly appreciated. Google Boy, thank you very, very much. And last but not least, Who the F is Rico? Thank you all very, very much. As stated, get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with people. It is a very good thing. Thank you so much. Whether it is a comment saying, thank you so much for making videos, you are a wonderful human being, or why haven't you died yet, you miserable old fool, or you are a human being, this was a video. Thank you so very, very much. It is not a good landscape behind these eyes. I am clinically depressed. I have bipolar disorder. My wife died 3 years ago. I've only now, within the past 6 months, I've felt really started putting myself back together again. So thank you all. It is because of you, YouTube, that I am in the state that I am at. If it hadn't been for you, I do not know that I would have survived the death of my wife. Thank you so very, very much. And now, if you could check out my links down below, that would be great. That would be out like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could check out and become a GoFundMe campaign contributor or a Patreon.com patron, like my Patreon.com patrons, thank you all so very, very much. You are beautiful, awesome people. It's because of you I eat food and have a roof over my head. I appreciate all that. It is too cold, wet, and no electricity to be homeless. So thank you very, very much. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, I would appreciate that as well, because I do appreciate any positive validation for my existence. So thumbs up and thank you very, very much. I overuse the word appreciate and I'm so sorry. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool, but I would understand if you don't want to. My personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life, so if you don't like my videos, I understand. If you don't want to subscribe, I understand. But if you do, I'll do my best to keep you entertained from now to the end of time. Plus, I'll stumble on simple sentences and phrases so that I look like a fool. Thumbs up for that. I got a reaction video coming up, a game video coming up, maybe a game video for my game channel. Hard to say. But you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. So keep smiling.